Hey, what's up? I'm Adam with Aerial Motion Photography, and I just hit 1,000 subscribers. I wanted to thank you guys all very much for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and everything you guys have done to support my channel. In this video, I'm going to be going on to the beach to take some pictures of the sky. We just had some rain, so the sky is really blue. We have some bright white clouds, and I just want to take you guys along for the ride and answer some questions along the way. So if that sounds interesting, let's get into it. I always like to bring my dog Ryder with me for these drone shoots. So Ryder, come. Good girl. All right, let's get started. Okay, so question number one. When did I start droning? So I started droning in 2015. I've always liked doing photography, and my sister lived abroad and worked in China. And she brought home one Christmas a couple really cool little plastic drones, and I started flying that, loved it, and that's what really got me hooked. And I love just the ability to get aerial shots. So question number two, what was my first real drone? And my first real drone was the 3DR Solo, and that thing was a beast. I loved it. If you guys haven't heard of them before, they hook up to the GoPro, and it was one of the first kind of real style consumer professional drones out there. I was on a waiting list. I saved up a ton of money to get it, and I had a lot of fun with that drone. Number three, what drones have I had or flown? So I've had a Phantom 4 Pro, I've had a Mavic 2 Pro, a Mavic 2 Zoom, a Mavic Mini, Mini 2, and my current favorite right now, which is the Mavic Air 2. And then I have flown a Mavic Air 1 and a Mavic Pro number 1. What is my favorite part about droning? The best part about it is you can do photography, but you're not just stuck where you're standing or you're posted up. I do a lot of like surf photography and stuff like that, and you kind of just like stay in one spot and take pictures of the wave only, and it can be really boring. And then with the drone, you can fly and you can get all different angles, and it's just a lot more fun. Where am I from? I'm from a small beach town in Orange County, which is outside of Los Angeles in California. And for schooling, I went to college. I got a degree in communication studies, and I get a lot of comments that say I'm a really good storyteller, and I did get an A in storytelling. So what do I do when I am not droning? So my favorite hobbies are playing with my dog and then kite surfing. So I love taking my dog Ryder to the dog beach. She actually is a surfing dog. She can surf on her own, and she can surf with me on a board, and she does dog surfing contests. So I love to take her to the dog beach. And then my second favorite hobby is kite surfing. I've been doing it since I was like 12 or 13 years old. Growing up, I just wanted to be a professional kiteboarder. And yeah, so I do that as much as possible. Okay, so next question, what inspired me to get into photography? I've always loved it. I love reading magazines and just seeing like action sports. Like I was saying previously, when I wanted to be a pro kite surfer, I was been training, my whole life, and I had a really bad knee injury, and that kind of got me onto a new track. And I decided that I really liked photography and still hanging out and going to the beach with my friends. So I got really into photography, and then the drone stuff came along, and then that just took me to a whole nother level, and I am obsessed with drone photography, drone videography, and just photos in general. So my favorite things to film are action sports like kite surfing and surfing. And then I also like to film family events. We have like big Mother's Day gatherings, and we get everybody in the backyard, and I fly the drone up and I take pictures. So I really like taking pictures of my family and then video of people and my friends kite surfing. So why did I start YouTube? I consume a lot of YouTube content. No matter like what I'm doing with drones or cameras, I always like to watch videos and tutorials on how to do it. And then especially with the drone stuff. And I just saw all these other guys making cool videos, and I was like, you know what, I could do that. I like doing like testing out products and reviews and all that kind of stuff. My first video was 5 steps to set up your Mavic 2 in 5 minutes. So I was just really into kind of making those kind of tutorial videos. So how often do I fly? I fly almost every day. I'm lucky enough to do that. I bring my drone pretty much everywhere. So if I'm driving home and there's a cool sunset, I just pull over and I get video or photos of the sunset. I love just to take pictures of nature, and I feel like every situation or everywhere I'm going, I'm like, oh, that'd be a cool drone shot. That'd be a cool drone shot. And I just love to get cool drone shots. So what was my biggest crash? So I know without a doubt, it was in 2016, like right when I was filming some of my like first kind of cool stuff. I was filming the college wakeboarding national championships in Lake Las Vegas, and I was following the boat and the drone just kept going. No matter what I did with the sticks, it was just going full speed and just smacked right in the side of the Hilton Hotel. It was really embarrassing because like that day and the day before, everybody thought I was so cool because I could fly a drone, and then everybody heard it crash, and I was like, I promise it wasn't my fault. And I found out, I sent the flight records into 3DR Solo, and they said that there was a malfunction with the drone and they actually replaced it. So I was like, I knew it. Okay, so next part would be, what was my craziest recovery attempt? So actually that happened to me yesterday. I was flying my Mavic Air 2 in LA, and I was doing some FPV flying. I've just been watching all the new FPV stuff, and the Mavic Air 2 you could put in FPV mode, and I was just kind of jamming a little too fast. Okay, all right, let's go. And I crashed into a bridge, into a lake, and I saw exactly where it landed, but I had to jump in, and the water was freezing, and it was about 40 feet deep. That's what the pilot said, and I almost gave up because I couldn't find it, but I wrapped the drone in an orange wrap, and it just caught my eye, and I saw it, and I just started diving deeper and deeper, and I actually recovered it. I don't even know how I did it because my ears are still hurting right now, how far I had to dive down there. Okay, so we are at Rosie's Dog Beach. It's one of the nicest dog beaches, and it's a beautiful day out here. I'm here with Ryder, and yeah, so let's get to the next question. How do I deal with the haters? So, I don't know how I deal with them. Like, if anybody ever makes fun of my hair, I just always delete those comments. I don't know why, but some people are actually pretty mean. I just try to ignore them, and I figure that some people are just like having a bad day probably. Like, people are making their videos just for fun, and it's kind of mean to say mean things about them. But I'll post up here probably the worst hater / comment I've ever received, and yeah, that's just how I deal with the haters. You ready, Ryder? Look at that tail waggling. Yeah. And she actually has a mohawk right now. She got it for Halloween. And I just liked it, so we kept it growing. So these clouds are crazy right now. I'm actually gonna grab a jacket because it's kind of cold, launch my drone and go take some pictures of these clouds and also some of these tanker ships. Okay, I launched my Mini 2 and I'm flying in 4K 30 frames per second. My next question is, what editing softwares do I use? So for video editing, I use Adobe Premiere Pro and iMovie. And then for photo editing, I use a bunch of different programs. So I use Lightroom, Photoshop. I really like Luminar, especially for sky replacements. And for part of my 1,000 subscriber celebration, I'm going to be giving away 3 of the favorite skies that I have taken. And you can download those in the link below and use them as sky replacements or however you want to use them. Also in Photoshop, you can now change the skies very easily too. I also really like this company called Topaz Labs, and I've used all their software as long as I've been taking photos, and they really help fixing photos. So they have different things like denoise, clarity, in focus, adjust, and all these different things, and they really do help. And then I also, for HDR photos, I use Aurora HDR. For drone bracketed photos. So with just 1 or 2 clicks, you can get some high quality images that look very good. And for my YouTube setup, so when I'm at home, I use Canon 6D with the Rode shotgun mic. I also use the iPhone. I have the Osmo Mobile that I use for vlogging and stuff like this. And what else do I use? Oh yeah, I also have 3 lights. So I have one shining on me from the front, one on the side, and then one over top. And yeah, that's about it. Okay, so the part you guys have all been waiting for, how to win the brand new Fly More bag, the bag that fits the Mini 2 and the Mavic Air 2. It's really simple. You just have to be a subscriber, you have to like this video, and then in the comment section, just comment where you're from. And what I'll do is I'm gonna wait 3 days, and I'm just gonna do an order of people that go in the comments, and I'm gonna put those numbers into a random generator, and then whoever wins, I'm gonna let you guys know in the comments who wins. So if only like 2 or 3 people enter the contest, then you have a really good chance of winning. And this contest is open up to anybody in the whole world. So I hate when people post things and they're like, it's only available in like certain countries. And I would just feel so bad if I lived in a different country and like I never got to be in a contest. So I want to make sure that anybody can win this bag, and I'll send it to whoever wins. So thank you very much for supporting me, for watching this video that far. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I love making these videos, and it always is a good feeling to get views, likes, and subscribers. And I love getting the comments from you guys as well. And I like following you guys' channels back and watching your videos. Hit that thumbs up button if you like this video. If you want to be entered in the contest, subscribe down below, and then check the notifications. That will help you know if you won or not. As always, my name's Adam. Fly safe. Take care.